What's up, guys? This is Ian here, coach of your Lightning Lantern, bringing you guys our Week 5 match for the PCL, or the Pokemon Championship League. We are playing my good friend Mortal and the Lagrange Greninjas. Let's run through Mortal's team real quick here. He has Mega Glalie, Tapu Fini, Hawlucha, Rotom Heat, Galvantula, Zoroark, Lickilicky, Gengar, Latias, Ferrothorn, and Sandslash. I was not expecting to see Rotom Heat, Lickilicky, or Sandslash. He did bring Lickilicky and Sandslash, which caught me way off guard. I think Zoroark and Latias both had really good matchups against me, and I think Tyranitar is pretty much useless. Realistically, against his team, the only job that Tyranitar has is to set sand for Excadrill and tank hits from Gengar. Its job was primarily as a wall to Mega Glalie, and Mega Glalie's not here, so that's the idea with that. If you have not seen my team builder, you should take a look at my team builder. Otherwise, I'll just run through it quickly here. We have a specially defensive setup Cresselia, just a really standard, especially offensive Mega Pidgeot. We have a nasty plot, 2 attacks Life Orb Salazzle. We have a Scarf Raichu. We have a physically defensive Tyranitar with Smooth Rock, and we have a physically offensive Life Orb Excadrill. Zoroark is another thing I thought that had a really good matchup against my team because it kind of bodies Cresselia in itself, and Cresselia can't typically touch it. I did have to run, specifically had to run Moonblast on Cresselia over something like Substitute just because of Zoroark. So that's that. So yeah, let's get right into this. I'd planned right off the bat to lead Mega Pidgeot, especially if I saw Sandslash. My initial plan was to lead with Raichu, but now that I see Sandslash, I know he's probably going to want to lead with Ferrothorn, so I'm just going to lead Mega Pidgeot and hopefully get a Heat Wave. Well, I know I'm going to get a Heat Wave off because I'm no guard, but hopefully he dies to it. It is a roll depending on how much special defensive investment he has, and in my mind, Ferrothorn is his counter to Excadrill, so he's going to have no special defense investment, also because he's not living a Flamethrower from Salazzle either way. So let's get right into it here. So I'm going to lead Spam, or Mega Pidgeot, and we're going to get that beautiful Mega Evolution off and knock out his Ferrothorn turn 1. That was really good. And then I knew Tapu Fini was coming out because he really didn't have another switch in to Pidgeot. I think I go for Hurricane here, just because I want to see Gauge. No, I'll go for U-turn. But I do want to, I'm just going to sort of like switch around here. And we see that he's got the Taunt, which is kind of cool. It means I can't Roost on that thing. And I'm going to double back into Pidgeot here as he Aqua Rings. I could have Volt Switched, but I was scared he was going into Sandslash, so I just do the same move back into Raichu. And then I'm going to Volt Switch on him as he taunts me again, and see how much damage that does, and that shows to be pretty specially defensive to me, pretty much full Spadef. I'm shocked to see Dazzling Gleam over Moonblast, to be honest. It doesn't really make a ton of sense to me, but Hurricane is doing quite a bit of damage there, and I'm just kind of just going to Hurricane spam this thing for a while. Try and confuse it, 50% chance for confusion, and eventually my taunt will wear off and I can either Roost on this thing, or he'll switch, which he does right here. He switches into Sandslash, so I'm going to go for the Hurricane and confuse it. And now I think there's no way he's going to let this thing die. Like, it's his sand check. Like, if I put up sand, his Sandslash is faster than my entire team except for Excadrill, so like, why would he keep this thing? Or, sorry, why would he sack this thing? So I'm just going to U-turn. I actually thought the U-turn might have killed from there, but it didn't because I don't have attack investment. And I go into Cresselia here, and that is a banded knockoff that he hits me with. If he hit himself in confusion there, that would have been great. He does show to be Life Orb, so he does kill himself. Sorry, it's not banded, it's Life Orb, but it's Life Orb Adamant Max Attack knockoff that did that much damage to me. Absolutely ridiculous, and if he was calcing, then he would see that my Cresselia is specially defensive and not physically defensive based on that damage. But we do get rid of the Sandslash, now Raichu can Volt Switch around freely. Raichu Speed Ties with everything. Sorry, it outspeeds everything, and it would Speed Tie with a Scarf Gengar, so that's sort of what I'm going with here. And now Tyranitar is my switch into his Gengar all the time. I don't care what he's going for. You see we take pitiful damage from that Dark Pulse, and we're physically defensive, so that's fine. So he goes into Lickilicky here, and I just set up my rocks in his face. And now I'm going to Superpower, and that does a little bit more than I was expecting, because I don't really have attack investment, and he just sets up a Swords Dance in front of me for some reason. Now I go for the Stone Edge. I should have Superpowered again. -1. He knocks off my Smooth Rock. That's really not the biggest deal. And I'm just going to set up rocks again because I'm stupid. I literally in the battle I didn't even realize that I clicked Stealth Rocks twice. That's really dumb. I should have just clicked Superpower again because I knew I was faster and I would have been able to knock this thing out. I think I was trying to sack myself so that I could get a free switch into something that threatens the rest of his team. Either way, I double into Excadrill here, and he goes to the Earthquake and catches me on the switch. I thought that he would have gone for the Earthquake on my Tyranitar. It didn't make a ton of sense to me why he would why he would go for return on my Tyranitar and not go for Earthquake to try and kill me. But, you know, good play on his part. He caught my Excadrill on the switch. Like, it was really, really excellent play, so it's fine. I'm just going to go into Salazzle here, because I can kill him with Sludge Wave, and Sludge Wave, if he wanted to switch into Tapu Fini for some reason, Sludge Wave would have done the most of that. So now he's going to go into Gengar here, and Tyranitar is again my switch into this thing. So I'm just going to eat that Shadow Ball for breakfast, and now I'm going to click Stone Edge, because it's going to do the most to Hawlucha. And I believe we're just going to kill off the Tapu Fini here. Yep, we just kill off the Tapu Fini here with Stone Edge. And now he gets his Misty Seed and his Unburden boost. Hopefully he gets his Unburden boost. Acrobatic. I knew I could live in Acrobatics. He had to go for a Fighting move, and I did have Protect for High Jump Kick, and I do quite a bit of damage with the Stone Edge there, and he kills me with the Poison Jab. Now we go Cresselia. I know I live any hit, and I can Psychic this thing and kill it. And last up is Gengar. I'm just going to let my Cresselia go down so I don't have to take any damage. And now I know with my Salazzle that I live the Dark Pulse, and a Flamethrower kills this thing because I'm Life Orb. So as long as he didn't flinch me, I was fine, and he does not get the flinch, and we get the Flamethrower off, and we win the game 3-0. So that's kind of cool. Salazzle picking up some kills, Excadrill dying yet again. I'm clearly horrible at using Sand because Excadrill is like 0-5 or something now. 0-4. I'm pretty sure Excadrill's 0-4 now. Or maybe it's 0-3. I can't remember. But Excadrill has no kills. Salazzle finally redeeming itself and picking up some kills for itself too, which is really nice. And we pick up our third win of the PCL. This was kind of a win that we needed to get. Not gonna lie, we weren't in the greatest standings position after the before this game, and so we're gonna try and keep up the momentum here going through the next couple weeks. Next week we play Bob and the Little Rock Larvitars. That's gonna be a really tough match. He's actually got a really good team, and he's made some drops and some trades that make his team even better, in my opinion. So that'll be interesting. So keep your eyes out for the team builder and for that match next week. Yeah. So that was our battle against Mortal, and I'll see you guys next time.